Hey, it's another fabulous Sunday here in the Empire of Dirt. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming back for those of you who are subscribed. I did a tour of my toolbox or my tool cart last week. Let's take a look at my work area. You can see the skull up here. I got my welding helmet. Not bad. I prefer to have my own over using the one that belongs to the shop. You know, they tend to sweat and just want to inherit somebody else's funk. Most important tool I've ever owned is right here, my coffee maker. Spoon, sugar. Taking donations of K-Cups right now. I got one left. This is Black Rifle Coffee Company. Probably one of the better coffees I've ever had. No, this is not a paid endorsement. I'm just speaking my mind. However, if you do want to pay me, Black Rifle, hey guys, I take K-Cups. Anyways, let's get to it. Top drawer of the side box is my catch-all. Phone chargers, pens, pencils, medicines, Teflon tape for the air tools. Yes, I wrote I know fly on here. People have a fit and start throwing shit, and I didn't want my stapler getting tossed, so I put a warning on there. But yeah, that's kind of my junk drawer. Next one down. Oh, I've got more medicine in this one too because, well, can never have too many. Filter wrenches, extra tire chalk. This is a funny story. This is a compressor clutch from a Ford. A shop I worked at wanted proof that the damn clutch had failed, and they, just didn't want to listen to a guy who's been doing this for a long time. So I drilled a hole and I put a rod in there, then I welded it so it didn't go anywhere. So the inside portion of the clutch connected to the outside portion and stayed spinning. There, needs a clutch, stupid. Speaking of things that are busted, remember that impact screwdriver I told you about last week? There it is. Got to go back to AutoZone again. I keep some drain plug gaskets. These are all different tool bits for that one driver. These tubes, I keep these. You get your metal, valve caps for tires in there from like Napa or somebody. I put various things in them to store them. Hacksaw, smaller version, Sawzall blades. I got a lot of wood blades in that kit. It just came with it. Don't know why. I got files for days and a putty knife. Drill bits. I got just gobs of them. Micrometer, nut and bolt sizer, reverse drill bits with extractors. Let's go down the line here. Expendables, cut off wheels 4-inch and the 3-inch. Got a lot of abrasive wheels, sanding block. More coffee cups. Inside here, I've got a bunch of little creamers. I kind of swipe them from Speedway. Don't tell them. I'm sure they're not watching, but if they are, sorry guys. Down here is my rivet gun. Instructions for a couple of my other tools. Paper box has rivets in it, and other little bits and pieces for the rivet gun. If you noticed, I'm using a box from a tie rod end. It's probably one of the best bits of information I can give you. You're coming up in the business and you don't have, money to be spending on, various plastic cases and boxes. Just repurpose shit. I do it all the time. Frees up beer money. Top drawer is a diag drawer. Got various attachments. There's the dongle. It says remove before flight. That way you don't forget this stupid thing. Scanner. The charging cord and other various cords for it. Retractable test leads. Thermal gun. Borescope. Let's go through these real quick. Stethoscope. This is a 14 volt to USB. TPM programmer for GM only. These are lamps. You put them on your head so you can see when you're working under cars. Compression gauge. Peeper keepers. You only get 2 of them. And life would suck if you only had one, and really suck if you had none. This is an UV lamp. You're doing leak detection. The glasses for that. Look, another brake pad box I just turned inside out and turned it for my fuel pressure tester. Jump pack, little one. This little guy here plugs into the back of it. You could use that to, prevent your memory from going dead if you're changing a battery. There's the cables for the jump pack. Next drawer down. T-handle Torx. Long picks. This is a square drive, not to be confused with the 3/8 to quarter. This is actually a little bit off from that even, and it's tapered. That's for like the 6.5s under the intake and that, and also on some axles use that. More triple squares. Again, the European market's going that way. I don't know why. They're just stupid. Various snap ring pliers. Metric and standard long reach Allens. These are ball ends, so you can kind of get a wiggle on them. More thumb detectors. Gotta have them. Pickle fork. There's the real long blowgun. Gasket scraper. Various punches, chisels, and picks. Next drawer down is my random stuff. 2 different flavors of tubing benders. This is a nut lathe. Crescent wrench. These two here I use a lot. They're great for pinching off hoses. A lot of you old timers will know what that is. Young guys, I'll let you guess and put it down in the comments below. Really long number 2 screwdriver, mostly for poking and prodding. Bent handled flex head ratchet, barely ever use it. That's a Cornwell. That's part of it. The other part is I just don't like it too good. Obviously, you know what a monkey wrench is. This is a different style slip joint pliers, and then a really big vice grips. These 3 in particular I'll use doing alignments. This one is great for straight truck chassis and buses, and then obviously like pickup trucks and cars. You know what that's for, you welders out there. More miscellaneous crap. Starting this corner here. This tool with the orange handle is great for those the spawn of Satan, those spring style hose clamps. Irwin boxes, if I can open it up one-handed. I made a mess. Awesome, guys. These are all extractors. You put them on a rounded bolt, and supposed to be able to just get them out, but I don't know if you can see that or not. They're kind of reverse threaded. This is a crankshaft holder for Honda. You put that in the middle of the balancer, and then you can put a socket through the middle so you can take balancer off. This tool, yeah, it looks bizarre. Otherworldly even. There's the patent number. I don't think you need that. I can't find the part number. I don't think they stamped it. But this is for the stretch style serpentine belts. Ford's using them, and there's a few others out there. No more tensioner. You just stretch the belt on, then cut it off when you're done. Some flip sockets I don't use anymore. Bolt cutter, 3-jaw puller, and then these are quick disconnects for your lines. Next drawer down. This is my money maker right here, boys. I specialize in automotive electrical. This is kind of like your power probe, if you will, but this one has actually has a gauge on it. You could actually do a lot more with that one than you can with the power probe. That's why I bought it. When you're testing an appliance, a bulb, a motor, or whatever, it'll give you the resistance of that bulb and the amp draw and everything all at once. Another one of those test lamps like I showed you in my cart. Again, it's got the gauge on there, so when you're poking around, it'll tell you how many volts it's got. This is a cordless test light. If I just have to go out in the field and check something, as long as you got your exposed fingers, no gloves, touching on the black here, you start poking with the pointy end. As long as your other hand is touching the chassis, acting as a ground, you are the lead. Thing's great. This is my voltmeter. Various attachments. I barely ever use this. This one. This is temperature. This one here is for checking RPM only. Clamp that around your spark plug wire. You can check that. This one is Bluetooth. I can actually send it to my phone, so if I have to record something that's happening real time, I can. There's the amp clamp for it. That does up to 400 amps. Part number on this bad lad is right there. Again, I like to repurpose boxes. These are all from electrical tape. You know, but I put butt connectors and different little shits in there. Obviously, here's some more tape that I haven't used. This is a remote start. You put this on your starter terminal, squeeze the trigger, and it pops the starter. Torch. This is a fused test lead. You know, I put a fuse in there so that way if something happens, you know, I'm not destroying a guy's car. If I have to and I need to be on the go, I just got a plastic box with various connectors and shit so I can just pick up and run. Down here, my lockout kit, serpentine belt tool, and a 10-pound spool of mechanics wire. Let's go back over here. This drawer is getting reorganized, so it's kind of empty. These are all stubby ratcheting wrenches, the Blue Point variety. Standards are on the way. There's the air tool drawer like I showed you last week. Heat gun with its attachments. Map gas torch. And I got some tools in here that, you know, I don't use often, so they don't go in the cart, you know. Right angle drill, regular drill. And then this was in my cart until a couple days ago. That's that screwdriver I showed you. Chemical drawer. You know what that's for. So that's that. Now let's take a look at the locker, shall we? Ah, shit. I'm being stupid. Well, up top I've got my speaker. This thing keep you from going insane. Battery tester. Not only does it test batteries, it'll actually draw them all the way down and then recharge them. Cool to have. Not really necessary. You just sell a battery, but whatever. There's battery charger 1. Good friend of mine made this for me. Shout out to J.R. Gunn, the driveway engineer. This is a magnetic holder for flash lamps. Oh, told you I wasn't brand loyal. There's Milwaukee. There's a couple more of my flashlights, you know, just like that one that's on my belt. You know, this one is the cleaner one. Last week I showed you the one that's kind of worn out. They each have their own extra batteries. So you can tell I'm kind of got a few stickers here. Some shops actually frown upon that, you know, oh, it looks trashy, whatever. Well, you know what? Blow me. In the locker, fan clutch set. That was in a brake rotor box. No spill funnel for radiators. Got a couple of soft cloths. I don't have really a good spot for them, so I just stuck them up there. This is a power brake bleeder. You fill the chamber with fluid, hit it with shop air, and it comes out about 1 psi. You don't want to go any higher than 3, and it just pushes the fluid from the master cylinder out the bleeders. Great if you're flushing. Blow molded cases galore. I could be here all day talking about those, but we could just look at the edge of some of these, you know. Harmonic balancer tool, manual double flare. This big orange box is actually my hydraulic double flare. Block tester. This one here I know is my U-joint and ball joint press. This is a power steering pump pulley tool. Ring compressor. Hearing protection. You know, you're running that Ugga Dugga for a while, you'll appreciate that. This tool here, if you could see that, if you remember the old front-wheel drive GMs, It's got the 2 dog bone style motor mounts. You need to get to the back 3 spark plugs. Put this in place of the dog bone, and then ratchet it up. It rolls the engine forward so you can get after it. This is an assortment of brake line fittings. You know, because I do a lot of brake lines here. This kit right here, that's metric taps and dies. Coolant pressure tester. This is for twisting in the rear calipers. Torque sticks, I don't use those. I got a torque wrench for that. I don't trust them anyway, but some companies require you to have them, so I've got them. Down below in the drawer, I've got 2 zipper bags. You know, if I have to grab tools and run out in the field, I can do that in a hurry. I'm guessing you're wondering why I have that Milwaukee charger. It's for this guy right here. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like a damn lightsaber. It's my under hood light. It's got a little 4 amp hour battery on it. It's their M12 XC 4.0. Gives you a good 4 hours of runtime, but if you're under the hood for a while doing God knows what, you know, this will help you, especially in some of these shops that aren't very well lit. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Leave your comments below. And always, you know, have a good day. I'm out.